Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Micks Mowers. I haven't been out of bed very long. Worked last night and had to get up this morning to sort Riley out for school because Mrs P's got work, so extremely tired. I've got an extra large cup of coffee in today just to fire me up, so have a quick little slurp of that. I'll keep topping that up as the day goes on. Going to be looking at that big Mountfield I got in just the other day. Can't remember what it is now. It's a big 21-inch cut, part of the 4 I got in as a job lot. However, in my live stream when I said about the lawnmowers, I noticed that the airbox was actually broken on it. And my good old mate Pete has come through. He's one of my loyal subscribers, and I mean loyal. He's on every single live stream, every single chat that I do, every single video he comments on. And bless his heart, he sent me a few bits and pieces. Number one, he sent me the complete airbox with filter. I'm trying to break this with filter to go on that lawnmower. So that's cool. Now, I have got this section, but I'm missing this piece here on the end of mine, and his side here is broken. So it's a bit of mix and a match. But hopefully, I can allow that to sit in there. And then with a self-tapping screw at the back of it, get that to sit down nicely, and that's complete. So thanks for that, Pete, much appreciated, and I mean much appreciated. He also sent me a couple of bits here as well. He sent me an impact socket, a snap-on impact socket. Now I don't use snap-on stuff, so this is my first snap-on socket, and it is a 15/16 one, so that's cool. Thank you very much for that, Pete, much appreciated. And I think I saw something else in here as well whilst I was lurking around. I did. He's also sent me, put that socket up, he's also sent me a sticker which is a Terrell Fixes All Grass Rats garage one, which is cool. I have got a Terrell one somewhere, but I don't think it's the grass rats one. No, there's your dinner one I've got, so it's a grass rats one, so that'll go on as well, so that's fantastic. So as always, Pete, you are a superstar. Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know, Pete does run his own YouTube channel. It's not that active at the moment, but he is possibly looking at doing some more videos in the near future, so I'll put a link up to the top right hand side on Pete's channel now, so nip over there and give him a like and what have you. That'd be fantastic. So today we're going to be doing that big Mountfield, as I say. I've had it running. I think it runs sweet as a nut, to be fair, so I'm not really sure why someone want to get rid of it. It is a massive 21-inch cut, which is cool. And also I also want to show you down the bottom of the garden where the new shed's going to go. I have found a shed, just got to start saving towards it. I'm about a quarter way there at the moment, so hopefully I'll have it before Christmas. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check out this Mountfield lawnmower. Right, let's have a wander down the old garden first. Just want to show you the plan I've got. So this is going to be the area concerned, and it's going to be from this corner here. Let me bring it back a bit so you can see a bit better. That's it. From that corner there that'd be cool. Nice big area, and that's going to be 10 foot by 20 foot. So I go right down to that far corner just there. I've got to clear all this crap out the back. It's all stuff been just accumulated. That tree's going to come out of it, which is like a wild, I think it's like a wild strawberry. I think it's never really flowered much since I've been here, so I'm gonna have it out. The new shed going there. I've got to get rid of Poppy's kennel yet, so I haven't done that. and then I'm going to reclad this entire mower store around the back, put a new roof on it and what have you. So I'll have my mower store right next door to my shed, and my shed will have double doors on this side here, so I can walk straight out and what have you, so that'd be cool. Right, and here's the lawnmower. It's a M63 PD power drive. Not one I've come across before. I've had similar, and the air filter is broken, as I say, so it's missing the front flap on here. That's all broken, so it won't actually go over this piece just here. It won't go over that piece, but the back's broken on mine as well. So Pete's donated that airbox over, which is fantastic. So let me just go and get that now. The other air filter's cleaner as well, which is cool. 2 seconds. And then with a self-tapping screw in the back, that will hold all of that together. So that's cool, it's now complete. So that's cool. I'll just fire this old girl up. Got a bit of a shake to it, which I'm a bit concerned about, but it runs. It's got a carb issue, definitely. Let's have a quick look underneath, see what's going on. Yeah. I would say the blade's been struck on it, which is a bit of a concern. So I have to check for a bent crank and what have you, but the blade is definitely looking like it's been hit. But hopefully I can straighten the blade up and check to see if the crank is bent or not, and then we'll go from there. Right, I've pulled the HT lead off, so the engine is safe. Let's get rid of that airbox for now. Don't want to break that. Let's have it up on its side. Really clean underneath here too, which is good. So the blade is just literally coming off the bottom of the deck, one side, and this side here, yeah, it's completely bent. So that's not good. Just want to try and get a piece of wood just to measure this bolt to see if it's actually got a bent crank or not. Right, this is a bit crude, but it's how I do it. So all I'm going to do is I want to come down to about eye level with the bolt, which is going to be about there. Make a mark, and with the stick in place, try and keep it as still as I can, and then without moving my head, just turn that bolt. I turn a blade. I just want to remove the spark plug, be a bit easier. Right, with the HT lead removed and the spark plug also removed, and that's not running too bad actually. It's running quite lean, so that's good. All I've got is a bit of wood, which I've got marked here level with the bolt, and all I'm going to do is turn this blade round, spinning it, and that is not bent at all. Completely centralised. Yeah, happy. So it's not got a bent crank, so I'm happy with that. But the blade is bent, and actually broken. There's a bit, this bit here is on, but that bit there's missing, so it will need a new blade. I don't know anything to fit it, so I may have to look up for one, but it's definitely hit something. I'll try and straighten it for now, just so I can get it to run properly, but that's why it's shaking. The blade's off balance because it's missing the top bit down here, so it will need a new blade. I'll see if I've got a 21-inch blade somewhere to fit it, but if not, I'll have to buy one. But as of now, the crank is good. Right, so let me just remove my microphone. Now we're indoors. Just rang up Garden Hire Spares, and they have a blade for this. They still manufacture it, which is cool, and £16. So that's good. So I've got a new blade on its way, being posted today. So I hope that should be here by tomorrow or the next day, which is fantastic news. And it's cheap too. So these mowers only cost me £30 for the 4, so another £16 on top's not going to hurt, and there's still room for profit in there. So the engine runs and the crank is not bent, which is fantastic news. However, it's not running quite right, so the carb needs to come off. It'll have a full service, the blade will come off, but what I'll do is I'll leave the blade on for now, because I'm going to replace it, so there's no point in me trying to sharpen it or straighten it. I've got a new blade coming. This is a bit loose here, I've noticed as well, so that's got wants a self-tapping screw put in. I might just remove it to see what's underneath here. There's a bit of grass maybe underneath here, it's built up. Let's get the carb off first, that's the main thing. Get a magnet tray in, will be good. I've got a few projects running at the moment, so my magnet trays are a little bit all over the place and got bits and pieces in them. So let's try that one for now. This is an alley deck, isn't it? So it's not going to stick, which is annoying. So yeah, it's cool of Pete to donate a part over. He didn't have to do that, but that's one thing I like about this YouTube, is that there's people willing to help you out. So that one's obsolete, that's broken. That's no good. I want to plug the fuel off. Pull the clip. So yeah, if you haven't checked out that Garden Hire Spares, give them a look. They're on eBay as well, and they're a good all-round website to use in the UK, and we tend to have most stuff in, which is good. And it's quick and easy and effective. You know, they don't muck about. Let's try and get that out if I can, without breaking anything else. Well, I don't want to come at all. God, my word. Let's give that a bit of a squirt of WD-40 or carb cleaner, just to break up some of that stuff up there. Yes, that is me using carb cleaner, which I don't normally use. That's got a bit of a bend in that, that's why. Oh my word. Right, with that now all loose, we can now remove the carb. There's a gasket on the back which is smashed. So, oh no, it's not too bad, it's just off that back of that heat shield, so that one's tidying up. So there's no gasket on the back of this one. This one's a good clean off, get rid of all this debris, and it's going to go straight into the ultrasonic cleaner. I'm going to try and move that gasket without breaking it, will also be good. It's a bit pressed on the bottom, there it comes, lovely. Let's get over to the bench, have a look inside once I clean this off the top. Okay, carbon cleaner just on the top, that's all. Just want to try and crack this carburetor bottom bowl and try and keep some of this fuel that's coming out, so I can see what's going on. Fuel's yellow in colour. Yeah, bits of debris in that carb seat. Pull the pin and the float, and I want to pull the main jet out as well. Oh, it's come out rather nicely, but don't always. There's a main jet, followed by the tube if it come out. Oh, the old phone's ringing. Who we got? Let's have a little look. That was just one of them. You been involved in an accident jobbies. I haven't had one of them for a little while actually, so it must have just been my turn. Right, just trying to get the tube out of here. It has dropped slightly, but not enough for me to get the actual tube out. But it's got to come out. So let me try and get a pick. Use one of my dental picks and put it in the hole. There it is. It wasn't stuck in there, it's just hanging on for dear life. Let's have a little look at that. Yeah, it's a bit plugged up. This one here is plugged. That one there is plugged. So that's no good. What else we got on this carb? We've got one here to come out as well. Let's take that out. And that's set at roughly 1/4 to. So wind it in. Oh, hello. Missed it right there. So 1 full turn, 2 full turns, 3 full turns, 4 and 3/4 turns. Someone write that down for later on. 4 and 3/4. So that can come out, and then that's got to be lifted just here as well. Sorry about the poor lighting, but when I get my new shed, it shouldn't be so much of an issue. Well, that's got to come out. Little tiny hole there to be jetted out as well. There's no muck in there, which is good. And that's as far as this carburetor will come apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove all this gasket stuff, clean all that area up, and then give the carburetor one good blast out with the old carb cleaner or WD-40, one or the other, and then put it in the ultrasonic cleaner, 60 degrees with hot soapy water straight out of the kettle, and 15 minutes each side, like that and like that. And then when it's done, we'll refit it and see how it gets on. Right, got the bowl and the jets, careful not to drop them. I've got the main carburetor. The float can go in as well. I just want to spray this one through. I've already sprayed the main tubes and the main jet, but they were both clear, apart from the tube was slightly blocked up. Right, everything is now inside the ultrasonic cleaner. I have cleaned out the tube ever so slightly, just blown that out as well, that little tiny piece there, so that can go in. It's at 45 degrees, I like 60. So the water had boiled a little while ago, so push it up to 60, that's where I want it. 15 minutes and away we go. Let that cook and we'll come back. Right, that's cooking. Now the pull cord is, I think the pull cord's seen better days, to be fair. It's got that really cheap stuff on there as well, which I don't like. It tends to break at the drop of a hat, so I'm going to remove the pull cord as well. Just for peace of mind. I've already had the spark plug out, which I must pick up from the lawn in a minute. Got a couple of screws to remove here to expose it. So one will be there, one here somewhere, which I can't see because of dirt in there, and then one at the back. That one I can see. Now I use 4mm pull cord. I used to use 4.5, but I found that it's just slightly too big for some of the lawnmowers, so I've gone down to 4mm, which seems to be much better. be it. Remove the old fuel cap, which is not broken, which is nice to see. That one goes up. Remove the old pull cord off of there. That can go to one side. Fuel cap's not gone on as well as I would like. That's better. Right, now this model, by the looks of it, you remove 3 10 mils. And then, hopefully, that should lift. Quite stuck. Hopefully it should lift. That must be separate, because that pull cord is actually on top. Can't be glued down. I think it's just been on there so long. There it goes. It's just a bit stuck. It doesn't want to come off of there. And the last one to do is break it. And there's a pull cord. Yeah, it's very, very thin at the bottom. So before I go any further, just want to try and poke something in there just to stop it from recoiling. So I'm going to poke that screwdriver in. That'll sit in its place and hold it. You can then remove the knot like so. Give that a snip. Take the cord out. If I can sit up there, then it's not going to unwind itself. And along those pliers, I can then remove the entire pull cord. Go and get my new piece. That isn't actually very long for what it is. It could do with being a great deal longer, I feel. So initially, how much cord we got there? We're looking at around about, I'm 6'2", so we're looking at about 6'4", and I recommend about 7 foot of cord. So what I do is I'll measure that against that one. So that's about 6 foot. Let's give it about there, should be enough. Get rid of that. Snip that bit off. So that's my new lump of pull cord. Put that bit out of the way. And then very simply get the end of it. Line it up. Bit of heat. And then flatten off the end. Same the other side. Once that's done, I'm going to take an extra turn on this pull cord if it will allow me to. Which it will, and it is at about its maximum. Thread it through. Thread it through. Put it through. Once it's through there, put your screwdriver back in. And on the end of this bit of pull cord here, tie a knot. Once it's been tied, just snip off some of the excess. Pull that string all the way through. Release your screwdriver. Slowly release the pull cord. Now you see that I've still got about 1.5 foot there, but if you take the pull cord back out, and slowly pull it without burning your hands. It just compresses the cord, and it will give it even more as the lawnmower gets used. Just keep pulling it, take all the slack out of it. That's better. Right, once that's done, we can then put the pull cord back on the toggle, which is probably not the right one for this. It is a bit small, but then it is a 2007 model, so if you can't get it to go in because the cord's too flexible, another little trick is what I do is I just light the end. That lights out of gas. Try another one, that's better. Just light the end of it, just warm it up, doesn't have to burn it, just warm it up and then run it straight, and you can see it goes rigid, but it'll actually be thinner than the rest of the cord, and when it's rigid like that, you can then push that piece in, give it a bit of a twist, and then it'll go all the way up easily. Put a knot in that end, and that slack you got there, that will nearly reach the top of that pull cord on the arm, so it's nearly there. So it's about right, about 7 feet. That's what I recommend. But then what do I know? There's no point in skimping on things like pull cord, because your lawnmower may just come back the following week. No sense in it. For what it costs for a bit of pull cord, you might as well advertise it as a new pull cord been installed. Off one of them nuts that's shot off for a Burton, so I'll use one of the carburetor ones for now. They're the same size, and I'll find that other one in a bit. Okay, happy with that. Right, I want to put a new plug in now as well. So it was an overhead valve. There was an overhead valve with NGK on it. I've got a new one here. Just going to open that gap up a touch. That gap is a little bit too shocking for me. Let me get my feeler gauges. I've got a new spark plug, just get my feeler gauge. What do I want, about 30? 25, 30, somewhere in there. That's a bit too big. That'll be plenty. Oh, hang on. Spot a mistake. That's not overhead valve. Right, brand new spark plug. Just want to set the old gap up. Somewhere close. Some people say they're set, they're already set, but I disagree with that. They're not already set at all. Because how do I know what lawnmower it's going in? Yeah, that's very big to where it needs to be. I mean, that's too big and all. Good. Butterfingers today. That's better. Got the old governor on there, it's fallen off, it's gone for a Burton. I'm not 100% sure where that went, I'm guessing that went in there somewhere like that. I'll have to double check that on a video, but I'm guessing it went somewhere like that, and it's about right. The new spark plug, that can go in. I'll nick that up in a minute. It wasn't having a problem starting, so I know the valves to be okay, which is good. Okay, general clean, just to remove some of the dirt and grime. And then I want to check the oil, see how the oil's doing. That governor, that throttle arm keeps coming off. Oh, that's the old carburetor done on the first side. We're going to turn that over and I'll come back. Right, that's the old carburetor now been turned over. Good. Right, let's check this oil out, see what's going on with that. I suspect it is black as you're at, if there's any in it. Well, there's a smidgen, so I'll pull out what's in there and then I'll top up where needed. Right, that's now finished cooking. Let's take that out. Yeah, that water, look. Have a look at that water. Really milky and yucky. So hopefully it's done a good job. Looks like that water is quite hot. Let's have that out. Careful, careful. Bring it over the other side and we'll have a look at it. Let's have a little gander. See how we're looking. Yeah, it's really clean. It's a couple of bits and pieces. What's on there? That's all right. Yeah, it's really clean. Still got bits in there, but it's just ground in stuff. But, the rest of it is lifted, which is good to see. The bowl looks good as well. I didn't actually clean that, so that corrosion's actually come off, lifted off of there. There's a tube. That can go in. Main jet. Nice hole in it, I think. Yeah, lovely big hole. Lovely. Let's wind that in. Right, with that all in place, I can now, rather than air compress it out, all I'm going to do is just run some WD-40 just to get rid of the water out the main part of the carburetor. That's all running nice. There's the float and the needle. I didn't run any stuff in there, did I? That can go in there. Oh, I'm missing a few bits. I want that one out. Let's put that back in the cleaner. And I'm missing my pin, which might be in the cleaner. Yeah, must be in the cleaner. Let me grab the pin out of it. Oh no, it might be in here. Here it is. I can get hold of it. And a bit of a clean up. A blow test. No air. And air. Good, that's working. Bowl can go back on. And it's going to be fueling that way, so that wants to go around that way. So I can then pull some fuel through the carburetor if needed. Nick that up slightly, not too tight. Flow jet, that's all been cleaned. That can be pushed in. That went in really sloppily too. Just want to double check that. Make sure that it's got an O-ring on the bottom of it. That went in so sloppy. Yeah, it has. Literally just fell in there. And then we want to put this in, wind it all the way up, and then back it back out to, what was it, 4 3/4, was it, something like that. So wind it all the way in. As far as it'll go. It's going to be about there. Let's put it to there. 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4. Right, that's that all done. Let's get it over to the lawnmower and fit it on. Okie dokie. I'm hoping that's on the right way, that arm. I don't actually recall which way it come off, but I'm guessing that's going to be about right. Yeah, I'll say so. That goes on there. That arm has got a bit of a bend to that. A little spring on. That goes on. On a gasket. Not that way. Which way did that go? Yeah, something like that. And then I want fuel line on. This is sort of what fuel looks like, actually, just for curiosity. I did put some fresh fuel in it. From what I remember, it had no fuel in them. So it should be good, clean fuel. Yeah, it is. Oh, a bit of water in there, but that could have been from another project. So, fuel line on. Disconnect that. Give it a wipe underneath. I don't just want to double check for fuel leaks. It was actually leaking out a little tiny bit. Right, airbox, which should be the new one that, or new, is a reconditioned part that Pete gave me. That one goes on there. 2 10 mils. Whiz them up. Just want to lift it up slightly. That gasket was a little bit sloppy. Not too tight. You don't want to break this plastic airbox cover. As long as it's in. And then what have I got here? So that one can come off. And that'd be a good spare. And then that one can then go on. That's it. I've got a nice air filter. That can go onto there. And now I want the cover, which I think was this is one that Pete gave me. Yeah, because mine was broken. That goes onto there. Now this is a bit that's broken on Pete's one he's given me, but it'll work. And this one's a little tiny self-tapping screw, which I will find. Oh, I've got a nice little self-tapper. I'm just going to put that in. Hopefully that'll find its own way. To there. That's got it, I think. Yeah, happy with that. So that ain't coming off. So, just want to double check the throttle's working. Which it is. That's choking as well, that's good. Right, so we've done the oil, we've done the spark plug, we've done a carburetor clean, air box has gone on, that's it. I'm not going to touch the blade, so it may still shake slightly because the blade is bent and out of balance. But I've got a new blade coming which should come tomorrow, and it won't be sold until the new blade goes on anyway. So right, I actually put the pull cord around the wrong way. It was over here, should have been over there, so I just lifted it all off again, spun it around and repositioned it, but that's around the wrong way. Let's give it a go, see how we get on. Feeling that this dead man's handle is not making as much contact as I would like. That's what I think is happening. It should come back a bit further than that, because the ends of this is bent over. It shouldn't be. I can't get any more slack out of that. Let me try that there. Not running quite right just yet. So I think I should have an issue with this dead man's handle cable on here. Not quite connecting, it is dropping out, I think. There's a bit of slack in there to be had. Can't be fuel. Let's bring some fuel down. Yeah, it's coming out nicely. Let's try that again. Run for a little while, see what happens. Let it run for a little while, see what happens. Okay, so I just adjusted the idle ever so slightly because it wouldn't rev up properly at all, and as soon as I adjusted that it got rid of the hunting. But I have a problem with this dead man's handle, the cable. If you pull it in manually, it'll run, but when you let it go and pull it in, I don't think it'll start. I've got to sort something out of this cable. It's not quite back far enough, and I don't think there's enough adjustment, but I'll try and find a cable for it. Okay, so very happy with that big mower. It does need a new dead man's handle cable. I don't have a spare for it, so I need to order one up. It's just not quite catching it, and the end is knackered, so I don't have anything spare that will fit it, unfortunately. Bit of a shame. So I've got a new blade coming, and we'll have a new cable coming very, very shortly, and that mower will be up and running as it should. Just wanted the idle screw winding in just a touch more, just to bring the revs up. It all runs and idles exactly as it should do. So very, very pleased. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Micks Mowers. I hope you found it enjoyable, all that sort of good stuff. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and whack the old bell on your way out. But until then, don't forget, take it easy.